Hi there, my name is Clayton D'Souza and I'll be performing my third experiment in object-oriented programming lab C++. And as you can see over here, title of this experiment is operators, and this is the second question wherein I'll have to be creating different variables such as node 1, node 2, node 5, node 10, node 20, node 50, node 100 and node 500, as you can see over here, all of integer type, and I'll be initializing all of them to 0. Now these variables will store the amount of nodes present in each of them. So suppose node 500 will show how many nodes of 500 are present in a given amount. The logic behind this program is I'll be using if cases and not an if else ladder throughout this program to check whether the inputted amount has that amount of nodes present in it. So suppose I will be taking the amount from the user. I will perform the if function and check if it's greater than equal to 500, which is the first and the highest denomination I've taken over here. And then I will be taking node 500 is equals to that amount divided by 500, and here the division is going to be happening in an integer manner, so I'll be not getting a decimal value. So suppose if I have 1001 rupees, 1001 rupees, I will be getting amount of 500 rupees notes present as 2. So this amount is so what's happening in the second step is that I'll be minusing that many amounts of 500 from the amount, and then I'll be going to the next case wherein it will be testing whether it's greater than equal to 100. Now this operation will happen till uh, till it reaches 2, and then for checking how many coins of 1 rupee are present, I will be performing I'll be only equalizing that note 1 to the amount, because in all these steps the value of amount is decreasing by the numbers of notes of higher denominations such as 500, 150, 20, 10, 5, 2, and then finally when it reaches 1 there is only quantities less than 2 left in it, less than 2 in the sense of 1 or 0. So accordingly I'll be getting that value over here. And then this is the various cout statements wherein I'll be displaying the amount of nodes present. Let's give this program a run. Suppose if I enter the amount as 575, as you can see over here, total number of nodes of 500 is 1, then 50 is 1, and 20 is 1, and 5 is 1. If I calculate it, it is summing up to rupees 575. And now I will be doing my next experiment. That is the question number 3. Just a minute. Now in this question, I'm sorry. Yes. Now in this question, I will be taking a particular amount of days from the user. Days will be an integer variable, and now what will happen is, suppose if the user enters 365, it should print that the number of years present is 1, months 0, and days 0. And accordingly, I should also find the largest number among 365, which is 6, and the number of times it's recurring, that is once. So suppose if I put in 366, so the largest number is 6, and the number of times it's repeating is 2. So as you can see over here, this is I'm taking the integer variables as Y, M, and D for days, months, and years. And as you can see, I will be taking the variable as uh, J, that stores the value of the input. And as you can see, we are performing the division operation for years. So suppose if I have the value of 366, and as I mentioned earlier, if I will divide 366 by 365, I will be getting 1 because it's an integer operation, not a float operation. And then I'll be taking the modulus so as to get the remainder and divide it for the months. And then likewise, I will be taking the modulus after performing the division of 4 months and then storing it in the days. And then as you can see over here, I'll be taking the variables A, B, and C for storing the for separating that given input. So suppose if you enter 365, A will be 3, B will be 6, and C will be 5 by performing the division and division and modulus operation for the respective variables. So suppose if I have 365 divided by 100 is 3, and then it will be stored in A. If for B, I'll be taking that 365 modulus of 100, that will be 65. 65 divided by 10 will be 6, and likewise for C, it will be performing the same thing. I will be getting over here 5. Now in this if else ladder, I will be comparing A with B with C to find the greatest among all the three of them, and also to find whether A is equal to B, or B equal to C, or A equal to C. And likewise show the number of times the greatest number is occurring by performing a sub if else within the various cases. Let's give this program a run. My apologies. So if I'll enter the number of days as 365, I'll be getting years is 1, months is 0, days is 0, greatest number of 6, and the number of times it's occurring is once. Again, if I will run it, I will put in 366. As you can see, the number of years is 1, the extra days is 1, so it's 1 year and 1 day, and the greatest number of 6, number of times is 2, because 6 and 6 is coming first. And I'll be doing my next question now. Now in this question, it's a simple question. I'll have to be comparing, not comparing, I'll using the OR operator, I will be checking whether my character variable which I'll be getting from the user is a vowel or a consonant. Now in the if case, I'll be using OR operators to check whether the character variable is equal to A or E or I or O or U. As you can see, this is the syntax, and it should perform the checking operation. So suppose if I'll enter A, it prints a vowel, else if I will enter any character like D, it will print consonant. And that's all. Thank you.